There we go. Hi there. Welcome to Yoga for a Happy Heart. And continue to stretching and yawning. And then let's roll over onto the right side. So people are on their backs and they're just stretching like a nice morning stretch. Rolling over to the right and stretching and yawning, and rolling over to the left side. And where in your range of movement do you need the body to go next? Take another deep yawn and ask, ah, that's exactly right. And again, yawning. Ah, all the way from the toes to the fingers and everything in between. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, let's just roll over onto one side and then rock yourself up to sitting. And you have there a couple of different items. I'm going to ask you to put this on top of that. This may be, see if that works for you. That's just a little bit more support here. It's nice and yoga to have friction mat, not always necessary, but you may like that a little bit better. Right. Good. I can sit on the blanket if you want. And I really encourage people when we're sitting to sit up on something. And the reason is that we want for these legs to fall open and the hips to be open here. And if I'm scrunched like this and I have to sit forward to sit, that's not going to work. If I put something like a block or a pillow underneath me and I'm like so, I really can sit nice and tall. And feel my shoulders. These little tips have been passed down for thousands of years. You know, I wish I could say, yes, I'm so brilliant, aren't I? Telling you all this great knowledge. All of it came through literally ancestors and sages and people who have explored. Now, we come up with new things, of course, but the basics of extending the light in the spine and filling the body as though it's a pyramid, filling with a lantern of light inside. And if we place our index finger and our thumbs together, place them down on the knees. Is that comfortable for you, Liza? Yes? Yeah. Then we close our eyes and we immediately notice that we're in the shape of a pyramid, a sacred geometrical form that expands energy and accelerates the trajectory of energy from the pelvic floor up into the crown of the head. And that's the movement of Kundalini, prana in yoga. So let's take a nice big breath through both nostrils up into the forehead and the crown of the head. And let that breath continue to inhale down the spine, down into the pelvic floor. Keep inhaling. Let the breath come forward from the tailbone to the pubic bone. And exhale, gently lift up your pubic bone through the navel, through the solar plexus, through the heart, coming up through the throat and out the nostrils. It's a microcosmic orbit. Let's do it again. Inhale through both nostrils, over the forehead, the crown of the head, down the back of the neck, the back of the heart, back of the waist, sacrum coming into the tailbone. Fill the breath, and then bring your awareness forward into the pubic bone. On the exhale, lift your pubic bone and hollow the belly, lifting up the line of energy in front of the body as we exhale through the nostrils. One more time. Inhale through the nostrils and lift on the head. Down the back, all the way to the tailbone. Fill the body with breath, and then draw the energy from the tailbone towards the pubic bone and exhale up the front of the body, out the nostrils. The full circuit. Beautiful. And let's gently open the eyes and let's bring our hands together. This is Anjali Mudra, and that means receiving gifts from heaven. That's about receiving gifts from heaven. You also touch the meridians in the tips of the fingers and the palms. All very important energy centers. Let's just close our eyes and rub the hands together. Nice and easy and gently. Or nice and loose and easy. Notice the heat starting up in the palms now. Palms have important chakras. Right in the very center of the palm, there are chakras associated with the pericardium. And notice how the heat is expanding in the hand. And then gently slow down the rubbing and bring the hands apart a little bit so you feel the energy between the hands. It's that energy that is the life force. And that's what we're expanding in yoga. So being accustomed to feeling that energy helps us to engage the yogic state and transform more easily. That's beautiful. That's great. And then let's just take the hands and put the hands on the heart, tuning into the heart, and let's breathe into the physical body. Feel your body sitting here, relaxed in space. Next breath, breathe into your nervous system. Get your energy, your thought, your conscious mind. Notice how it's a little bit different than the physical body. That is your nervous system energy. And then with this next breath, I would like for you to breathe into your intention for this class this evening. What is it that you choose? Will choose again and again and again in life. And this choice for how this next hour of class is going to support you, something you choose now. It may be I choose to have a more balanced brain. I choose to improve my relationships by calming my mind. My intention for this class is to be present so that I can give my presence to others. I choose to be present with myself so I can share my presence with others. So any or all of those intentions or a new one for yourself, just drop it like a beautiful pebble into the water of your heart. And it ripple through. And we'll check in to see that that intention manifests. Beautiful. Gently open your eyes. We're going to do some more vibrational movement. Let's just take the right arm out and let's just pat gently down the inside of the arm, turn the arm over and pat back up. These are important energy lines in the body, and when you open the heart meridian here, it actually expands the rest of your body. And let's come across the collarbones, going to the opposite arm, and pat down the inside of the arm and up the outside. Just waking up the body and feeling the energy move through the body. We tend to get kind of stuck in the physical body and forget there's all this energy. So you can just make a little fist, just gently open the thymus and the heart. That's it. And notice how immediately when you start to energize the thymus, we start smiling. Because it's the happy gland. It just makes us beautiful and happy, and it feeds the immune system. It's just great. And then let's come over to the fronts of the shoulders. Those are the lung points. Let's get the fronts of the shoulders a little bit, coming down. And let's just make little fingers, like we're tapping fingers right here on the spleen meridian. Any worries that we have, this little tapping will clear away. A very good tapping method to know about if you get stressed in life. Just stop for a minute, go to the bathroom, sit there, and just tap your spleen point, and it will make you feel like $1 million. And then also the kidneys. So we're going to make little fists into the kidneys, which are right there. I'm going to turn around so you can see it. It's right there, just above the back of the waist. Tap there. Do one at a time or both together. And that's just opening up the kidney meridian, which runs the entire sweep of the body. And if we just kind of come down the outsides of the legs, And let's pick up one foot and let's just massage one foot. So however long you want to stay on the legs, do. And then when you feel like moving to the feet, just give your feet a nice loving massage. It doesn't have to be earth-shaking, but just to let your feet know, I love you. And when I balance on you this evening, I really want you to know that I feel supported. You walked me through this entire life. I love you, feet. And you can kind of find the ankles and come up your legs. Any way that you see fit. Just be sure and get both feet. And let yourself, let's let out some big sighs. That's it. That's the freedom. That's the liberation we're after. And when we do that, we think, well, that's kind of like, useless, but it's not. The sighs and these wonderful releases in the body that are natural, and yet we are engaging these involuntary reactions in a voluntary way. That is where the brilliance of yoga comes in, and how it changes the way that we live, and the way that we approach choice and life. Because when we take on a voluntary control of something like the breath, which is usually involuntary, we begin to master the body. Think about that for a moment. When we voluntarily take over the action of something like the breath or a yawn or a sigh, we're engaging in the mastery of all of these parts of our being. It's wonderful. Then we get so intimate with ourselves. And then massage up the legs a little bit, and then let's come back to sit. And make our pyramid again. Sitting up nice and tall, press the sitting bones into your block and your cushion. And then let's bring, I will mirror you. So let's bring the left ear to the left shoulder. That's it. Let's just go ahead and lift this left shoulder up and then release it down. Lift the left shoulder up and then let it go. Good. And then let's reach the right fingertips out. Reach, and let's come back down. Just feel how that opening in the shoulder joint is happening. It's like very connected. Let's come back down again. It's connected by a wing to the side of the body. That's it. That's it. So we lift the arm all the way up. We have this wing that we're opening. Reach that right fingertip toward the sky. Let that arm come right out of that right hip. And then rotate the arm forward. Really reach it all the way forward. And then reach it back. Spread the palm. And then gently bring it forward. That's right. Beautiful. And then reach it back around and rotate here in the shoulder joint. That's it. Right. Beautiful. And then we're going to gently press that right hip into the ground. Both hips are reaching down. We're going to extend this right arm over. That's it. Opening up the right side of the body, of the waist. Beautiful. And then lift the arm up, and let that arm lift your body. And come back and just pause. Notice the difference in right and left sides. Loosen your neck a little bit. Relax the shoulders down over the hips. That's it. Beautiful. And then very gently, let's bring this right ear to the right shoulder. You may find little kinky places in the neck. Just go ahead and loosen them out. Find how your body wants to. This kind of yoga, evolutionary yoga, is about involving your body, not the pictures of yogi bodies that we see in the magazines. So feeling into your body and letting that be your guide is the most important thing. And then let that right elbow release down. Let's go ahead and lift the right shoulder up toward the ear and then release it down. So we're loosening any tension in the right side of the neck. Be very gentle with yourself. That's right. Go ahead when you're ready and lift left arm up and then bring it down. And notice how each time you lift that arm, you're a little bit more connected. The arm doesn't just come to the shoulder. It comes from the shoulder down into the latissimus dorsi. It comes right down into the waist. And so when I'm reaching my arm out, it's like I'm a bat and I'm lifting my wing. Go ahead and lift it up, and when you feel ready to lift it all the way up, reach up and stretch that whole left side of the body. Rotate the arm forward, exhale, and inhale. Draw the arm back. Beautiful. And forward. Spread the palms, spread the fingers, and let your whole left arm be engaged in the stretching of the skin, the stretching of the energy of light inside the body, because that light that moves up and down your spine also pours out into the arms. You feel the fountain of energy from the lower spine coming out through the arm and the palm. And go ahead and yawn this left side of the torso. Yawn your mouth, yawn the side body. That's it. Good. Reach it. And inhale into that left lung. Relax the shoulder blades down. Very, very nice. Beautiful. Breathing into the body. And then lift the arm up. And let that arm pull your collarbones back into a horizontal position. Then we'll go a little bit further around, reaching this right arm around. Inhale, exhale. Draw your navel back and bring your nose toward that left knee. Relax the neck. Beautiful. Take a nice inhale, stretching out the back body. Nice. Relax the shoulders. Relax the arms down. And then let's come to the center. Keep both sitting bones evenly on your block and your cushion. Beautiful. Inhale. Let's bring the spine over that right knee and release down. Breathing into both kidneys. And then gently slide this left arm around forward so that you're curving over to the right. Yawn that left side of the body. Now watch, you lift the arm and the arm lifts and then the arm lifts your collarbones up, right? And then there you are. And I mentioned that because it's such a cool feeling. Let's lift this left arm up now. Up and over, and we'll stretch over toward the right. Stretch between the left fingertips and the left hip. Exhale, hollow your waist back and let your nose come toward that right knee. Inhale, let's come to the center. Beautiful. Inhale, let's bring the nose toward the left knee. Good. And then extend this right arm toward the left, sending over. And this is the piece you may already have. I'm just going to try to detail it again. So when I lift the arm, it's the arm that lifts my collarbone. And I get a very nice connection and integration between the chest and the arms. Let's do that one more time. And over toward the left side. Hollow the belly, bring your nose down toward the knee. Stretch up that right kidney. Slide yourself around with the arms. Make it juicy. That's it, right? And then let the left arm lift up, and that lifts your collarbone up. And there you are, your balance. Beautiful. One last time, lifting that left arm up and over, shoulder blades melt down. So there's a lot of openness around the ear and the upper shoulder. Bring yourself around. Open. So it's like a flower. Let's do that once more with the image of the flower. Focusing on the image of a flower closing its petals at night. So gather your abdominals in. Stretch the back body as we come around, and then I'm blossoming in the morning. Cauliflower. Bring the arm over. And keep your tailbone rooted. Down. And lifting up. Beautiful. And then let's come off that block or cushion or whatever it is that you're on. I'm going to turn sideways here so that you can see me. And this is to demonstrate one of the most important yogic moves. Oh, and it is repeated in almost every yoga pose. And that is this sense of extension. So I have a little back bend here, and I'm extending the front of the body. And then I'm going to contract. I hollow the front body and I come back. And I'm stretching the back. So I'm inhaling. This is an extension. And then I'm going to contract, hollowing the belly in. Beautiful. Really gather in there in the navel. Beautiful. Inhale. Breathing in through both nostrils. And exhale. Good. Right. So this extension, I'm elongating, shoulders down. Exhale, I'm contracting in the front body. I'm gathering in. Right? So then I'm going to extend that a little bit more into bringing the arms down to my extension. And then when I come forward for the contraction, I'm gathering in the shoulders and the hips. And I'm going to inhale, bring my arms up, and I'm going to come into a lion. That is using my fingers as claws, and I'm going to exhale, stick my tongue out, and look up at the third eye. Good. And then exhale, gather. Inhale, coming out. Look up at the third eye, look up at your forehead. Good. And then exhale, coming down. And you'll notice with each lion, we're becoming a little more engaged in that extension and contraction. And just shake it all out. Your face may be itching because it hasn't moved that way in a long time. That's all really good. Just bring your legs around and come back. I'm going to turn sideways here so you can see me. Just come onto your mat. And we're just going to be here in a table position for a moment. The toenails are pressing down. I want my hands to be just a little bit forward of the shoulders. I'm going to do that same position here. I'm doing a cat back by lifting my back of my ribs up and my head is hanging down. My nose is reaching toward the pubic bone. And then I'm going to inhale, looking up at the third eye. I'm going to ask you to keep the mouth closed and just breathe through the nose now. Exhale. Beautiful. That's it. Good. And inhale. And exhale. Hollow the belly way up. That's it. These look simple, but these are basic moves that prepare us for everything else in yoga. Let's straighten out one more time. Hollow the belly. Gather in. And now slide your pelvis back and come into a child's pose. And so just walk your hands forward, let your tailbone come down to the heels, and pause for a moment. Beautiful. So this is child's pose, and this is your base pose. I'm going to touch your back here if you don't mind. At any point, if you don't like what we're doing in class, or feel a bit much, just go down to child's pose. There's no judgment, there's no competition. It's all about your feeling, your body. Feeling that deep stretch of your core and developing a paradise within. This inner life that is like paradise, that is more important than anything else. So gently slide yourself up onto all fours. Bring your toes under, and then just lift the knees a little bit. Hollow the belly, just lift the knees a tiny bit. This is just a little abdominal strengthening, and come down as soon as you want. You don't even have to come all the way. And in fact, another way to do it, especially if the arms are giving you a challenge, is come down on the forearms. Good. That's it. That's exactly right. Press your elbows and forearms and lift that. Good. Just a little abdominal work there. Beautiful, Liza. That's it. Good. Hollow the belly, just lift a tiny bit. And notice how you don't have to do much. You're just, we're playing with it. It's not about, oh, I've got to beat my PS record. It's about how does it feel, lifting the navel up. It all comes from the navel there. That's it. Beautiful. Good. Good. I'm going to invite you all to bring, that's the mat here, bring the block in front of you here, and then bring the inner side of the forearm to the block. Actually, it could be maybe better to say the side of the hand. Press the hand into the block, so it could be this. And I'm bringing my thumb down toward the ground. It's not going to come all the way, but I'm rotating out like this. Why? Notice how that engages the whole arm. So there I am. Press that forearm into the ground, toes under, and lift yourself up. I just want you to hold that for a moment. Hang the head down. Let the head be heavy and stretch the back of the neck. That's it. The only time to get that straight. That's great. Beautiful. This is excellent. Good. Lifting your chest up out of arms. Excellent. Nice. You're doing it just right. Rise up. Down and then gently let those knees come down and bring yourself back down to child's pose. And while we're here, just keep pressing into the block. Always just lift the block and drop it. And notice how that's engaging your biceps and giving you a little support for those muscles around the shoulder joint that can oftentimes be challenged during yoga. So that it's important that you really press in. When you press in, notice how your bicep pops out, and that kind of feels really good there. Beautiful. Now let's bring the block, put it to the side, and let's walk the feet forward until I'm standing in a forward bend. Let your head hang down. Shake your head, yes, shake it now. Where you get there is perfect. Check to see that the feet are parallel. Hang the head and then gently press 4 corners of the feet into the ground. Let's roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. Good. When you get to the top, standing there with the arms hanging, your mountain pose. Beautiful. Just bring the hands together. Anjali Mudra. Beautiful. Find length. So press the 4 corners of both feet to the ground. Lift up through the inner ankle bone, making an arch. That's it, Liza. Great. Look down at the feet, and if any of the knuckles and the toes are white, relax them. So there's no white knuckles. The toes are completely relaxed. That's it. Excellent. Good. And then lift up through the inner ankle, lift up through the inner knees, lift up through the inner thighs. Beautiful. Now firm the side hips now. So I'm just going to show you. Push in here. Right? So you can energetically squeeze in. You may squeeze the buttocks a little bit there. That's fine. And then we're going to lift up through the side waist and gather the abdominals up. Gather up all the way to the underarms. And then drop the tailbone down a little bit. So the tendency will be to be like this. Drop the tailbone down. Lift up through the crown of the head. Beautiful. Now broaden the collarbones. Stretch across here. Drop your elbows down. Lift up through the sides of the neck. Lift the ears up a little bit so the ears are right over the bottoms of the feet. Line it all up. Good. Lift up through the back of the neck. Lift up through the tops of the ears. And let your crown float upward toward this star of light above the head. Now it's your soul star. Just turn that light on above the head. It's an engaged visualization that is very real in different dimensions, and just enjoy that showering of light from the crown of the head down through the neck, through the shoulders, through the chest, through the pelvis, down through the legs, into the feet, and down below the feet, anywhere from 3 to 5 feet, is your earth star. Besides the 7 chakras, we have a star above and a star below. Just find yourself in that central axis of light in the spine. Beautiful. Just gently open the eyes, and if you don't already have a block in front of you, put a block there. And Actually, okay, we may want to have two. So we've got enough of these that we can have two here. Put our hands together, tailbone down, lift the navel up, float the head up, and press the heels down. Feel that pattern through the body. Again and again, we return to mountain pose. We find our central axis. We find our center. Beautiful. Let's inhale completely through both nostrils. And let's exhale, making a little sound on the back of the throat with the breath. Inhale, make the sound, cutting hair on the back of the throat. And exhale. So it's not harsh, it's very light. Notice how deepening the breath is one of the ways that yoga relates to Hawaiian tradition. It's the breath of awe. Beautiful. So take another deep breath in, press the legs down, reach your torso and head up, and then as you exhale, lengthen the arms down. And inhale, lift your palms up, and reach as high up as you can. And then part the stars with your fingers to extend your chest forward. Follow the belly, come into an L shape, and let your hands. That's it. So we're not trying to build room. We're just going to notice what it's like to be in this interesting position here. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, draw your navel in, just like we did on the ground. Beautiful. Inhale again, lengthen the spine. And then bend the knees if you want. It doesn't matter if the knees are bent, because what we want to do is exhale, let the crown of the head come down. If the knees are bent, it's fine. If the knees are straight, that's fine. But mostly, you want to feel the head heavy and releasing down toward the knees. Beautiful. On the next inhale, lift your lower belly, lift your chest, and extend straight out from your tailbone to your head. Turning into a nice L shape. And we're going to exhale, roll down again, lifting your belly in and up. So I'm squeezing my body in two. This is your contraction. Now we're going to do the extension by lifting up halfway. Go ahead and lift up all the way. Again, look up. You got it. You got it. Feel both feet balance on the ground. And then exhale, part the stars. Keep the thumbs at the edge of your vision as you bring your vision down. So look at the tip of the nose and then look at your thumbs. Inhale completely. Exhale, let the hands come down. Now keep the thumbs in the edge of the vision. Your eye gaze is just as important as anything else. Looking up, look up to the side. Heart the stars, lead with your heart. Shoulder blades draw down. Hollow the belly in. Come only halfway. Inhale in that halfway mark. Excellent, excellent. And then now hollow the belly and exhale all the way down. Bring your nose toward the knee. Take a nice inhale here and relax. Release the back of the neck. And then exhale, release a little bit more. You may get nice little pops in the spine. We'll lift up halfway again on the inhale. And we want to pause in this halfway mark here, hollowing the belly. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hollow the belly. On the next inhale, let's come the rest of the way. Press your heels in, draw your body up. Working with the breath. And now, take 4 counts to bring your arms down. 2, 3, 4. Let's count the breath now. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 4. Deep breath. Beautiful. Exhale for 4. Just a half. You can keep the arms out to the side if you want. You don't need the blocks anymore. And then stay here. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exactly right. Good. And exhale, bend the knees if you like. No worries. And let your nose come all the way down. 3, 4. Now let's lift up halfway for 4. 2, 3, 4. Eye gaze is a little forward. Exhale, hollow the belly in, and notice how you have more coordination now between the upper and the lower body. Lift the head down and feel the stretch across the lower back. Inhale, let's lift up halfway. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And inhale for 4. Coming up to standing, coming up to our high mountain. And exhale, 2, 9 down for 4. Letting your eye gaze stay with the thumbs. Do that once more. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Feel every piece of your movement. Exhale. Part the stars, lead your heart, shoulder blades down, coming down halfway. Pause here. Inhale, lengthen the spine, hollow the belly. Excellent. And gently fold into for 4 counts down. Beautiful. And then let's lift up for 4 counts, just halfway. And then find your blocks here. Find your blocks. If you don't need your blocks, don't worry about it. But maybe for now, just hold on to the blocks because we're going to lift the right leg back. Right back. So the right leg is, I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see. So I'm just like this. So I'm doing, now that's it. Just pause here. And feel that straight line between the right big toe and the crown of the head. Beautiful. You can walk your blocks back and come into a high lunge. That's it. Beautiful. You can use the blocks as, that's it. Right. So I want for both feet to be parallel. Inhale. Bring your collarbone up and look forward with your chest. And your heart is reaching forward. The shoulders don't want to come up. They want to stay back. Firm the buttocks inward. And then slowly bring that right knee, and the right knee down to the ground. Nice and easy. And then lift yourself up and bring the hands to the thigh. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Good. This is great balance, ladies. Bring the arms up. Or keep the arms down. It doesn't matter. Either way is fine. And you can stay right here. This is graduated. If you want to go further, you can open the chest to the side. And breathe in a nice. And gently exhale, bring the hands forward. Do this a little bit here. Be sure that you're nice and comfortable. That's excellent. And lift that back knee onto the ground and come into a nice pyramid pose so both legs are straight. Then you can, at first, keep your spine parallel to the earth. That's good. That's excellent. Find your balance. Find the way to stabilize in the posture. Relax in the posture. Excellent. And then we can bend this front knee and come down a little bit. And then exhale, draw back. Good. And move the front of the upper left leg back. And then bend the knee, come down. That's exactly right. And let's come back just nice and easy. And then release the blocks away from you. And then just slowly bring that back foot forward and release yourself down. You can use the blocks or not here, whatever works for you. And breathe. Especially breathe into the lower back and release. And then gently float the arms up and lift your body up. Looking up at the thumbs. Now keep the thumbs in the edge of the vision as you gently bring your gaze down. The gaze of your eyes directs your attention and your energy. Look at the thumbs. We're going to do exactly the same thing the other side. The hands come down, inhale, tailbone down. Belly button is floating upward, hollow the belly. Exhale, part the stars. Squeeze the waist in as you're coming over and feel the length in the spine. Beautiful. Find your blocks. Just lift up the left leg halfway. Good. And find ease in what you're doing. If there's any white knuckling in the hands, loosen the hands and trust your foot to be underneath you. Your legs are going to be there. And trust your body. Beautiful. Now, you can walk your blocks back and let that left foot come down and come into a nice high lunge. You want to draw that right hip in a little bit. It will have a tendency to slide out toward the right. Draw it in behind you. Bend this left knee down toward the ground. And you can stay just in this position. This is a good position. This gives you a nice stretch here with no problem. If you want to go further, you can bring the hands to the thigh and find your balance. Inhale and exhale. Let's take 4 counts up. 2, 3, 4. And you can stay right there. Squeeze the side hips in. If you want, you can come back or not. Only if you feel called. Baby steps win every time. Jumping too far ahead can be disastrous, and you won't come back for 2 weeks or 3 weeks because you hurt. So be very gentle with yourself. Let's lift that back. Knee up. And let's straighten both legs and bring your nose toward that right knee. Relax the head down. And just do this on your own, bending the front knee and coming forward into a high lunge. Look forward with your collarbones. Your heart is reaching forward. That left heel is reaching back. And then hollow the belly, bring yourself back. Do this several times. I'm going to come take a quick peek. That's it. Beautiful. Nice. You both have this beautiful pelvic alignment here. This is great. All that work we did at the beginning really mattered. Yes. That's right. That's right. Good. Yes. Let me check my phone. See the time. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Nice. And then from here, just gently bring that back foot forward. Bring your hands around behind the legs and just massage your calves a little bit. You can bend the knees with no problem. And just see if you can let your chest rest into the thighs. I'm really folding in there, pressing my lower ribs into the thighs. And notice how that helps me to breathe in a way that massages my diaphragm, which is the major muscle of the body, controlling respiration and also stress response. So it's a really important muscle. So let's keep the tailbone down and let's just lift the arms up. So I'm in Utkatasana, the sitting pose, extreme pose, and then gently lift up. Hollowing the belly, and then gently float the arms down. Beautiful. And then let's inhale, lift our energy forward, bring energy into the heart, and ground your energy down. We're going to do this little movement a few times, engaging our own energy, gathering in our auric energy into the heart, feeding the soul and the heart, and then ground yourself all the way down into the core of the earth. So we're feeling our nice, floating, heavenly energy, bringing it into the heart, and then grounding that heavenly energy. Excellent. And then from here, let's just lift the arms up. And then exhale, flat back down again. Coming down into closing. And I'd like for you to lift your left leg, and if you can, bring that left knee to the outside of the right ankle. And I'm going to be sitting down and watching you. That's it. You got it. Just need to bring the tail down a little bit. Oh, I think you got it. So there we are. We've got this right knee over the left leg. Take your left hand to the outside of the knee and draw your right shoulder back. Put your right hand into the ground. Look over that right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen the spine, pressing your tailbone to the ground, and then gently twist. Hollowing the belly. Inhale again. Lengthen the spine. Beautiful. I like the way that you're using that clockwise. And then exhale, just gently come back forward. And then just try to bring the two knees on top of each other. So I'm no longer like this, I'm letting myself come down into what's known as Gomukhasana legs. And I have the knees almost on top of each other. So I'm getting a little stretch in the hips, place my hands on the tops of the feet, that's it. And let's just close our eyes and relax in the posture. If it's uncomfortable, you may want to come out of it. I'm not one for going into discomfort, and yet if you stay with it and just breathe into the places that are kind of tight, you can feel a deep release there in the hips. So let's release the hands, bring your hands back, and extend that left leg out. And this leg, I don't know if we're the same, and then bring the opposite leg down and bring the leg over the top. So there we're on the opposite side. Bring this hand around, that's your right hand, or on the right hand, and touch the outside of the knee. So bring that right hand to the knee. That exactly. And then I'm twisting it with my left hand behind. I can twist. That's it. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, relax down. So notice if we can stop at some of these a little bit more challenging postures. And notice that the most important thing is savoring the juice of freedom that we are engaging. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, turn and look over that left shoulder. And then gently release forward. Just squeeze the legs together a little bit more. And we're going for bringing the one knee on top of the other one like this. And the two legs are equally out to the side. That's it. And just pause wherever you are. There's no competition. It's about, oh, that's interesting. Moving my hip in that direction is really interesting. And my body loves the novelty, loves these new arenas. Beautiful. So then let's unwind the legs and extend the legs out in front of us. And then bring the arms up. Touch the big toes together and gently bring yourself over and take the ankles or knees or bottoms of the feet and let yourself just curl into a nice forward bend. Letting the backs of the legs rest down, letting the shoulders rest down, and the whole body go very slowly. That's it. Really gentle with ourselves. And the arms and the elbows. Good. You can press the backs of the legs down. Or you can let that go. There we go. Enjoying where the body is now. So when we think about moving the body and we keep stressing it into wanting it to be somewhere that it's not, the body is not going to really want to help us as much. As if we, oh, this is nice, this feels good where I am now. Good. Just gently roll up one vertebrae at a time. And then I'd like to invite you to roll down one vertebrae at a time and come down into Shavasana. You may want something under your neck or not. If you don't need it, then don't put anything there. If you need it, use it. And let your body just rest down into the earth, palms up, legs open, and then press your heels in the ground and just rock your whole body. So a jiggle. This is a highly technical term. It's called jiggle. you want to just jiggle the body. That's it. Liza's got it. So you just press the heels in and rock the toes up and down and feel how your whole body starts to respond. That's it. You got it. That's it. Right. That's it. So let all the action come from the heels, so the neck can release, the shoulders can release, the whole body. Feeling the juice. Nice. And gently let it come to a close. And rest. Breathe in deeply through both nostrils. Fill the belly, the lower chest, the upper chest, the arms, the legs, the hands, the fingers, the neck, and head. Fill completely. And then as you exhale, draw the navel in toward the ground. So draw your navel in as you exhale and draw all that energy from the exterior of the body into your navel. Keep drawing the navel in and now hold your navel in and hold the breath there. Concentrating on the navel. Sataka. One pointed attention. And then gently inhale and breathe in. Feel that navel point expanding. Expand a little bit more. Expand your inner light. When you're fullest, gently begin to exhale. And drop back in. Draw your navel in. We're going to do this 3 times. Keep drawing the navel in. And that navel drawing in will gather in and energize and integrate all of your abdominals, all of your organs, all of the glands. Find a little bit more toward the end. That's it. And then inhale, release the navel, let it fill the body naturally. Beautiful. And one more time. Inhaling and then exhaling, drawing your navel in. And concentrate. See if you can hold the breath out for 6 counts. The breath comes in, let it come in naturally, filling the whole body. Beautiful. And now just let everything from the practice go. Allow yourself to return to that primordial space of your own higher self. And everything that has been processed in this yoga practice as a benefit and a gift, not only to you, but to the world. And so imagine in front of you right now your higher self. And it could be something that looks like just emanating your light body inside you and then looking in a mirror. So your light body is in a mirror looking back at you. And feel this emanance of your higher self, your God self, your Ishtadevata, that's the inner divinity, the inner deity. And feel that radiance and connect with it. From your heart to that heart of the higher self, feel a direct connection of light. And then with that connection, lift yourself up energetically and look around the world and find any place that is dark, in need, refugees, climate change, war, and let it completely dissolve underneath your light. So that all of that darkness turns into a cauldron of light. With your mind's eye, you can see that cauldron of light rising up again as the perfect gardens and the perfect relationships, the educational systems, the housing, the beautiful supportive relationships, the books and art and literature that you want, see them all just popping up out of your light body's intention. And look around at the world recreated now by you and your light body, which are really one and the same. And then once you see the world glowing in this beautiful paradise of bliss, thank your higher self and bring yourself back into the body, back into this room at stay. Pause and sense how you're feeling. And let that light body follow you into your heart. Feel that light body in your center, in your spine. Rest your whole being on another level. Expand the body to a deeper level of relaxation. As you melt into your true self. Very gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Feel the micromovements traveling from the tips of the fingers to the shoulders to the heart and belly, down to the knees and toes, everything connected by rivers of light. Gently move your tongue around the inside of the mouth and then moisten the lips. And gently draw both knees into the chest. With your hands drawing the knees in. You notice how your thighs are massaging your abdominals now. Just move the knees in little circles. Massage your sacrum on the ground. Massage your digestive system with the thighs. Beautiful. And gently roll over onto the right side and rest for a moment in the fetal position. Completely let go. So you're leaving behind the old rigidity, the old armor. And when you come into sitting, you are a new being. You've started fresh. When you're ready, come to sitting, please. Feel your alignment, pelvis connected with the earth, the chest right over the pelvis, the head right over the center of the chest, the shoulders over the hips, everything lined up perfectly. This masterpiece that is the body absorbs our knowledge of sacred geometry and reflects sacred geometry. So just feel the roundness and the triangularity of your body, noticing how interesting and beautiful it is. And let's bring our hands together in front of the heart. Anjali, meaning gifts from heaven. So we receive the gifts from heaven. And now we want to share them. So let's breathe the arms up and reaching up into the Amakua in the heavenly realm and breathing that tracing the core line and then the torus of our aura, cleansing the aura, fading, debris is gone, and all that we feel is this beautiful uplifting intelligence. So with the thumbs touching the heart and looking in the heart is the thanks to the teachings of yoga. We share whatever merit we gain with those in need. Maybe people you know, maybe people in Afghanistan, Ukraine, maybe just world hunger. You just want to give your positive energy to help heal. Any overflow is welcome, but don't take from your inner well. Keep that inner well as your central bowl of energy in the belly full. Let's give thanks for the teachings of yoga with a gentle bow of namaste. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Bye. See you next time.